Alright folks, today we are grilling sirloin steak skewers, so stay tuned. It's time to grill. Let's get started with fresh garlic. Break it, peel it, and you will need this for the marinade. Let's talk about the marinade later. First of all, let's get started with the steaks. Of course, for steak skewers you will need steak. We are using sirloin steaks today. The German name is rump steak, but the international name is sirloin. These steaks are brought to you by my favorite online butchery, gourmetfleisch.de. If you ask me, these steaks have the perfect size to get skewered. Cut them into almost the same size. We have 4 pieces now. And of course we will do the same thing with the second steak. All in all, the cutting is pretty easy. Now let's talk about international beer. This is Dos Equis. It's a Mexican lager beer, and we are using this for a beer marinade today. This is the first ingredient, followed by the cracked up garlic, piri chili, lemon juice and salt. Give it a good mix, and this beer marinade will help to keep the beef fresh and juicy. Let that rest in the fridge for approximately 2 hours. Of course, steak skewers are already a good thing, but from a design perspective rather boring. That's why we are cutting down yellow bell pepper and onions. It looks rather cool if the bell pepper pieces have approximately the same size than the steak. Final preparation is the onion. Cut it in half, peel it, and then take every single layer of that onion. That's pretty easy. Nothing fancy. Now take your steak out of the beer marinade, dry it with a paper towel, and then we are ready to build the skewers. You should now decide about the order of your ingredients on the skewer and keep doing the same thing all the time. It looks better. So bell pepper, onion, meat. Bell pepper, onion, meat. That's what I do. Finished with meat. Same with the second skewer. I guess you have the point. You could also use a different color of bell pepper or red onions, which looks really good. Now you will need some salt. Make sure to have enough salt and salt the skewers from every side. In the meantime, I have already prepared a starting chimney full of charcoal. So the next step is to preheat your grill. Put the charcoal into your charcoal baskets. Put on the grill grates. Close the lid, open all the vents, and let that heat up for approximately 5 till 10 minutes. Now we have a hot grill grate and you can start grilling your skewers 3 till 4 minutes per side. It doesn't really matter if your veggies will now start to be a little bit darker than the meat. I really enjoy that flavor of grilled veggies anyway. Just make sure not to grill them too long, because they are cut a little bit smaller than your regular steak. We don't want to cook them until they are completely dead again. There is no need to kill beef twice. Now your beef should have more or less a good crust. Place it on the indirect part of your grill. Close the lid. And let that rest there for another 10 minutes. We will now set the skewers on a cutting board and let that rest there for another 8 till 10 minutes. And in the meantime, we can throw on some flour tortillas topped with cheese, close the lid and let that melt. After 8 till 10 minutes, your tortillas could look like that. And that's exactly the perfect time for letting your steak dices rest. We are adding some green sauce today. Mao Verde works great. Chimichurri is also a great possibility for this dish. And then place your pieces of your skewers with the veggies and the meat between the tortillas. In the meantime, I have bought one of those taco holders. It's really a big help here. Some close-ups finally, and of course, as always, I'm gonna give this a shot right now. Looks delicious. I really enjoy those steak bites. Awesome stuff. Please make sure to like and subscribe, leave me a comment, visit my fan pages, check out my book, everything possible. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out. See you.